All right, well, let's go to a Pac-12 game, a really interesting one, a top 25 Pac-12 matchup at 2:30 on Fox between number 11 Utah and number 18 UCLA. The line right now, Utah -4.5 and an over-under of 65. DJ, start us off for this game.
We're a UCLA podcast. We always have in our hearts. We were last year. We're DTR after last game, and only considered last game, is the GOAT, probably the best college quarterback we've ever seen on a one-game span. So I am going UCLA +4.5 here. I think it's kind of a weird line, honestly. I mean, Utah's the far better team. They're just more well-rounded, whereas UCLA is just a ton of offense. They're going to UCLA. UCLA doesn't have that big of a home crowd advantage. Like, people don't care.
They don't have a crowd.
Yeah, like, do you guys remember the Rams Super Bowl party compared to the Chiefs? Like, it was night and day difference. No one gives a fuck about football out in LA. Like, they care about baseball. That's it.
And, like, acting and shit.
And acting and baseball. Hollywood and baseball. That's the two things they care about. So if this was a Dodgers game, maybe I'd be worried about the home crowd. Nonetheless, I'm going UCLA +4.5 here. I don't love it, but I am loyal to DTR. I'm loyal to UCLA. So therefore, I love it. And it's going to hit.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'm right there with you, DJ. I'm also taking UCLA +4.5. I still have all the respect in the world, and this is still a line that me and DJ don't agree on. I still really like Cam Rising. You know, he's had a pretty solid season so far this year, but UCLA has been absolutely solid so far this season. They balled out last game. Like I said, DTR played sensational. Zach Charbonnet is a hoss. I think this is going to be a very, very good game for UCLA, and I think they're going to prove a lot against a very solid Utah team. I'm also taking UCLA +4.5. Beast, what do you got for this game?
All right. I hate to do it to you boys.
No.
We are a UCLA podcast, but there's a team that I got to say, like, I really like Utah right now. I feel like Utah is kind of being faded by so many people solely just because they lost in week 1 against Florida. But, like, when we really look at, like, how they've played since that Florida game, like, they've yet to allow more than 16 points in a game. Like, they're just not giving up points. You're right. Cam Rising is peaking right now. Since week 1, he's got 12 passing touchdowns to just 1 interception. Like, he's playing his best ball right now. I think they're the best team in the Pac-12 right now. Like, I don't care about USC. I don't care about UCLA. I think it's like night and day. And this is the team that, like, we talked about entering the year when we said, oh, like, Utah is going to have chances at being in the CFP. Like, this is exactly what we expected out of them. And they just showed up in week 1 and they just didn't want to play football. But now they're finally kind of doing it. I think 4.5 points actually is like the move here. I thought that week 1 game was a fluke. And then every single game since that, entering last week, their average winning margin entering last week, I haven't calculated out with like last week's win over Oregon State, but it was like 38 points. Like, they're blowing out teams right now. And they blew out Oregon State too. Like, from start to finish, they were the better team. I wouldn't be surprised if they won this game by 10. Like, and that's no disrespect to UCLA, because I love UCLA. Like you said, we're a UCLA podcast. I love DTR, but I just think Utah is just, they're stacked right now, man.
Well, by JT and VFC's reaction, I think you just stopped a group send, if I got that right.
Oh, I had to have. I know I did.
JT, what's your play for this game?
I don't throw out the term Benedict Arnold very lightly. And that right there, you knew what we were doing. We said we were a UCLA podcast from the start. I knew you had this play. This is messed up. UCLA +4.5. There's no home crowd, but there's so many hot chicks. You're going to ball out. Give me UCLA all day.
A very good point.
We all kind of knew.
Very good.
Reaction. What's the play? But VFC, what do you got to wrap it up?
Boys, I'm putting this hat on. This is kind of like a UCLA looking hat to preface.
I was like, where are we going with this?
I wrote
one. A Braves fan.
While you were talking, Beast. Actions, and then a greater than sign, words. You said, I love UCLA. We're a UCLA podcast, and yet you're not betting on UCLA. And everyone here is talking about UCLA doesn't have a home field advantage. Did you see Friday night? It was rocking in there. It was rocking, man. I'm telling you guys, it's more of a home field advantage than you think. And Kyle, you were wrong. You were wrong. You said if Beast didn't take whatever bum school UCLA is playing this weekend, that it wouldn't have been a group send, or it would have been a group send. That's wrong, because the group is on UCLA plus 4.5. And like I said a couple weeks ago for Duke, you can take the points and shove them up your ass. It's UCLA money line, and it's the over too. This game is going to have so many points. UCLA money line and the over. Lock it in. Done.
I said Beast is stopping a group send from UCLA in the points or the money line.
No, it's just I was saying everyone was going to be on the points except me because it's.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
It was no hate. It was just.
No, I got you. I was just clarifying.
It was a direct insult.
VFC is
really
taking in
was.
like 5.6% alcohol beer right now. This dude is just, he's holding on. He's got this though.
He's feeling it right now.
I respect it.
Me too.
No, yeah, keep it going. Keep it
He would
fucking
destroy
going.
Patty the Batty right now.
Dude, he would.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
He would record the first 10-6.